Well, I have another confession to make. I'm doing a lot of confessing up here. I think I'm in the wrong church.
All right, stick around.
Stick around. You'll listen to all your confessions later. The sun, the S-U-N and the S-O-N. How appropriate is that today? Well, I know that Reverend Temple Hayes, and some of you might know her, she wrote Speak Unity. And she's such a great speaker. She has the St. Petersburg Church. And one time we were having a workshop with her, and she says, now, ministers, be prepared. Be prepared with your talk. You know, people are getting dressed up and coming out. You know, so be prepared. So that's good advice, huh? Yay! Woo! Wow. The rest of our tribe has arrived. So be prepared for anything. She didn't say that. I'm going to add that in a workshop. Be prepared for anything. And she's got a point there. But I have to say, guess what? Who said that back there? Yeah, Tony knows me. This is the first time.
Do you wash your clothes often?
Every day.
Define often.
When I've been working out, yes.
How clean would you say your clothes are?
Very.
Really clean.
Pretty clean. What's this?
This represents the amount.
Be prepared, people. You never know what's going to happen with the changing times.
Remind them about the grab bag.
Yeah, I think that they're reminding us of the grab bags in the middle of the service. Oh, Spirit is working all over. I think there's a Heyoka spirit going around. It's the contrary spirit today. Like, okay, we're just going to thoroughly get everyone confused. Okay, now where was I? Oh, yes, Temple Hayes. And so I'm not prepared. But you know what? As I was thinking, this is the moment that I've been born for. This is the moment. Because I said, you know what? Come on, preach it, huh? Come on. I said to Marion this morning, this is what I was born for. Because I was born for it. How do you like that? Because we are the ones to be the change in the world. And it's not about being prepared, you know, and we can say, oh, it was because of this and this, because of the sale and everything that went on. But there's another deeper message, and I said, you know what? I'm going to let Spirit speak through me today. Oh, do you know that's a step for me? Because I love to just practice and get that talk down and know what I'm doing up here. It's very terrifying sometimes.
I hope so.
However, this is a new day, people. This is a new day. Last week we talked about how this was going to be, every day was going to be our Thanksgiving Day, and how very, very important that was. Now I want to tell you a new story about long ago. And I'm sure you all heard it in elementary school. We can all recite it. What happened? The Pilgrims came to America. And they didn't know how to farm so well here in this new soil and this harsh weather, and they didn't have the right seeds. And so the Native Americans came forward because of this, people. They had heard in their visions and in their prophecies that one day a white brother from the east was coming with a symbol. And the symbol was, if you will, a cross like this, with a circle around it, because in Native culture, everything is in a circle. Everything is in a circle. So the white man came, but they were carrying a cross, kind of like that. You know, it wasn't with a circle around it. But they go, well, maybe we had our visions a little bit mixed up, and so here's our white brother coming, and let's help them out. Let's teach them and give them our seeds and show them how to grow the crops. And so they did. And they grew squash, beans, and corn. And then at the end of the season, when they harvested everything, the Pilgrims said, hey, we're getting along really good here. They must have had a great vision and mission statement like we do. We're going to accept everyone. So let's accept those people that helped us out, and let's have a big Thanksgiving feast. Now, we hear about the feast, but guess what? This went on for 4 days. It wasn't just one day. It went on and on. And so the natives came, and they went out hunting together, and they killed some deer and antelope, and the women were not fixing pumpkin pies because there was no sugar. There was no sugar back then. Think about that. And they did have wild turkeys, and they had turkey, of course, and some cranberries. I don't know. I can't remember everything that they have. But anyway, so they had this big feast, and they all got together. And there was a merging. There was a merging of the tribes. The Caucasian people and the natives. And then somewhere along the line, something happened. They must have forgot that vision and mission. They didn't have the statement because, let's face it, we think we're just so smart. So we're going to have a vision and mission statement that says that we're all going to accept everyone. And we're going to love everyone. But you know what, people? That isn't the words that we just say every week. It has to come from your heart, that we are going to be accepting of everyone into this church, into our lives. That's our real vision and mission. And that we're going to be loving and kind. So, well, you know the story then. But you know what happened. And I don't have to repeat that story. We know what happened with the Native Americans. We know what happened to the African American race. It didn't end there, people, way back there. It went on. We can look at the Jewish people and what happened with them. We can look in Croatia. We can look all over the world. We can look at what's happening right now in the world. We are still fighting one another. We are still fighting. So, I thought about this, and I've related stories to you that I had a terrible time, a difficult time, I should say, not terrible. I had a difficult time after I left the reservation and went into ministerial school, coming back into Caucasian society. And I had a little trouble, even at Unity Village. And they said, Mary, we want you to merge. We want you to merge your Native American traditions with Unity. And so I did that, the best of my ability, asking help from the Creator. Please help me. And one thing that helped me was this idea of spiral dynamics by Don Beck and E.J. Niles, to name a few. But there's a theory that we have evolved. We have evolved in consciousness as human beings from the beginning of time. And there are levels, starting down at the lower level. If we're thinking about evolution, like at the very beginning, Big Bang. We were talking about that in conversations with God the other day, and how we broke off into spirit children, and we went in all directions. And then we slowly raised in consciousness because we were hunters, gatherers, trying to survive. And then when it got a little easier, we became like all of us in our ancestry, no matter where we came from Europe, from Africa, from the Americas, from South America, wherever. We were tribal, and we had tribal ways. And we thought our way was the way, right? Didn't matter if you were Cherokee or if you were Iroquoian or if you were, from Africa. Our way was right. And that was okay because we weren't a collective then of people all over the earth. So then we further went up and spiraled in consciousness and grew in population. And so there were many levels. They call those memes, M-E-M-E, memes. It just means kind of an era of time, and it means that in that time that we were on a conscious level, that this was the conscious level in whatever era it was, like the turn of the century and on up to the 1940s and on up to the baby boomers, which many of us are in the era of the blue meme, I should say, for the 70, 80-year-olds, and then the green meme for the rest of us. It came along with the peace movement and all that, Martin Luther King Jr. and so forth. And so now people, this is the most important thing. We're ready for this historic evolution again. And it's going to be a great evolution if you believe in prophecies. The Hopi prophecy, the biblical prophecies, and there's people out there going to say, "Ooh, the world's coming to an end." But really, it's about consciousness. It's about that conscious evolution. And we're going to transition up, or not, up to the next mean. It's going to be a giant leap. And in that giant leap, there's the yellow meme above this and the turquoise meme. So I was saying that, we take everything that's important to us at those lower means, and down here was the native beliefs in the purple meme, and you bring them upward, all the wonderful memes, all the wonderful things, all the progress that came across America. We have to look at that as divine order also, and not be in fear about it, not to be mad about it, to just know it was. And then bring it all up, and bring it up to that turquoise level. That made perfect sense to me, because when I wear turquoise, it means that I'm walking in beauty. I'm walking in the beauty way. And what that means, translated, God in front of me, God behind me, God to my side, God above me, God below me, and God inside. We thoroughly believe that in unity. God inside. So my friends, I think we saw it today. This is just a little piece of the changes, and maybe what you might consider chaos. It wasn't chaos. It just happened. It was not chaos. It is where we are. And so my prayer for each and every one of you is that you will raise in that consciousness, that you will hold that consciousness, and that your intention would be to go up to that higher level of consciousness. That is what unity has preached for over 120 years. And now it's just so important that we do that, and that we're able to do that we're able to stay centered, stay calm, stay out of fear, and transition upward as we go through these changing times. My prayer is that I'm hoping that each and every one of you will walk alongside me as we walk into this new era, this new Thanksgiving Day. So God bless each and every one of you on your journey. Namaste. Amen.